Hello everyone. Tata Steel tournament in Wijk starts in a few days and it's gonna be a great event. So I want to discuss in this video the main intrigues, three main intrigues that I at least expect, that I'm at least thrilled about. So what is tournament in Wijk? Some people call it like in tennis chess Wimbledon, because the tournament is really huge, because majority of the top players participate already. There are 14 participants in the master sections. Also there is a challenger section, and if we talk about master section, there are a lot of great players over here. Magnus Carlsen is not playing. Last year he also didn't participate. Before in 2023 he scored third place, and plus right now he's not like really in the mood, as I understand, playing classic. So this year without change. But let's say Caruana's playing, Erigaisi is here, Gukesh. This is the first tournament after he became the world champion. Then Abdusattorov, Wei Yi, Praggnanandhaa, Keimer, Giri Fedoseev, Hare Krishna, who replaced Vidit, as I remember, because he's preparing for his wedding, at least from what I heard. Van Forest, Sarana, Varmerdam, and Mendonca, who won last year Challengers. By the way, in the challengers, there are also some interesting names. For example, Faustino Oro, a lot of other youngsters, a lot of girls also participate, which is a great opportunity for them to compete and have some chances to qualify for the like main event next year. And by the way, of course, more interested in the Masters tournament, because so many great names. And the first intrigue, in my opinion, is what about Gukesh? Because Gukesh became the #1 player because he won the FIDE World Championship match versus Ding. So he's kind of leading man in the sport. And when you kind of #1, you need to prove it. You need to win tournaments, unless you Ding, who didn't have a great time. But for example, Magnus teached everybody that, yeah, it's like that's possible. Maybe we kind of expect too much, but can Gukesh win this tournament? And that's the question I wonder, because his match versus Ding didn't go that smooth. I don't know if you saw our videos, but you can check out right here. They will be pop up. And yeah, it didn't go that smooth. Gukesh made some mistakes. It was a very tough, nervous match where in the last seconds Ding, I don't know, did some harakiri and lost the match instead of going to tie breaks. But yeah, honestly speaking, Gukesh was looking way better before the match, and during the match he faced some difficulties. So can he overcome problems this time? And by the way, last tournament he actually scored second place after Wei Yi, because actually Tata Steel 2024 was amazing event. Because 4 players tied for the first place. It was Wei Yi, Gukesh, Abdusattorov, and Giri, and they played kind of matches once against each other. They were semifinals where Gukesh won against Giri and Wei won against Abdusattorov, and in the final, Wei Yi managed to take over and won this tournament. But Gukesh was really that close, and can Gukesh start this tournament with a great result, play better than everyone? Comment down below, of course, what you think. Can he crush or not? Honestly, I don't know. There are so many great names, but I'll tell you my prediction after the tournament to see how that goes. Question number 2. Is the rivalry kinda between Caruana and Erigaisi? You can say, okay, you're late, and that's true. Let's say my friend Vladimir, who is not participating in this video, also asked, like, okay, what's the point? But the point is, Caruana and Erigaisi, who doesn't know, were fighting for the place to the candidates 2026 through the FIDE circuit. And they needed to play tournaments very well. Caruana played in US a few tournaments with quite great performance. Erigaisi was crushing opens. And this will be like a tournament where there are seeds #1 and 2, and who can perform better. Because Caruana always on top for the last, I don't know, 10 years or something. He's like playing great chess, and he managed to win this battle versus Erigaisi, and he qualified for candidates already. I guess Arjun will anyway do it, because his like performances are insane. And yeah, actually they had last game, as I understand, they played in Tata Steel 2023, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but like from what I reviewed through the database, that's what I saw. They actually managed to make a draw. Caruana played white, and Erigaisi, by the way, in this tournament 2 years ago, he scored last place without winning any single game. But yeah, it wasn't that Erigaisi that we know right now. He was like kind of weaker on his way of becoming one of the strongest player on the planet. And how will it go this time? It's definitely like, I mean, I will be very interested to see their game. And question number 3, in my opinion, will Abdusattorov try to show his best performance and finally win the tournament? Why, let's say Abdusattorov. Also, I'm interested about like Wei Yi. Can he hold the title? But in my opinion, I mean, to my taste, the question about Abdusattorov is even more interesting. Why is it so? Because Abdusattorov in 2023, maybe I will even add some score sheet during the edit. He scored the 2nd place, being half a point behind of Anish Giri, who managed to win the tournament and who actually plays in Tata Steels very, very, very well. He like performs every tournament very good. Maybe because it's like his homeland where he lives. Usually for me it works terribly when I play in the same city, let's say, where I live. But for Anish it works the opposite way. And although for Anish it wasn't really like, last year wasn't great in terms of chess performances, but still, on Tata Steel he plays very well. And Abdusattorov was behind of him, and he was like super young prospect because he outperformed every like young player and Gukesh in 2023 and Praggnanandhaa, and it was like impressive result. He even won Magnus Carlsen, which led him to score 2nd place. He tied with Magnus, but he had a better tie breaks. And last tournament, as you already heard from my storytelling, he lost in the semifinals of like this final match versus Wei Yi, 1.5 versus half. But Abdusattorov, yeah, like always, really nice to watch how he plays. Really creative style he has. And yeah, is it gonna be enough this time? Because last year he didn't win like a lot of major events. Uzbekistan team also didn't win Olympiad like it was in 2022. So I'm really excited to see whether this time the luck will be in his favor and he finally managed to win. And the last thing about predictions, I guess like this 5 guys that you can see on the screen, because Praggnanandhaa is 6, but I don't think he'll win. He might, of course, and if we scroll down, all the guys can win. But honestly, I don't think that... I mean, Giri actually has chances because, as I said, he's like good play, but I doubt that somebody from the like bottom half will win, even though like Fedoseev playing great lately. Some other players might surprise us, but I would concentrate clearly on these 5 guys, and from all of them, I don't know, my sympathies on the Erigaisi side, because he didn't get a lot of invites to tournaments in 2024 in, let's say, Grand Chess Tour event, but right now he's rating high, so he will get more and more invites. And how he played in all these opens, let's say in some Abu Dhabi and stuff like this, all this like, yeah, Middle East, or I mean, maybe I'm wrong, sorry, I'm very bad at geography in English. So he played like outstanding opens, winning it one after another. And I mean, I would really be happy if his performance would be great, because his play style is insane. What he's doing on the board sometimes is inexplicable. Although, let's say, I would also be interested to see how he will play against Gukesh. Will there be like a lot of fight or not? So if I'm about to choose, then I would choose Arjun. What do you think? Will it be Caruana, Gukesh, maybe something else? Who would you support in this tournament? And I hope you expect this tournament and enjoyed the video. If so, like and subscribe, and stay tuned in our channel, because there will be recaps of this tournament. Goodbye.